Hello, Queendom. Good afternoon. How are you doing today? This is Carla Lazardo here with Pia Wurtzbach and Bianca Guidotti, welcoming you to our very, very special episode because today's Queentuhan is going to be all about Miss Universe Philippines. Nakakatapos pa lang. So again, to the Queendom, welcome to our special episode of Queentuhan.
Queentuhan!
Hi! Kamusta kayo? How are you feeling after that
Hello.
amazing show?
Okay, good morning, guys. I am at the moment and it's 6 a.m. here. Bumalik yung oras namin ng 1 hour, so I'm still catching up dun sa mga nangyayari sa show. Medyo nashock ako sa mga nababasa ko at sa mga nangyayari. So there's a lot to talk about today. Pero so far, I'm having my coffee. I'm just trying to absorb everything that's going on. Kayo guys, kumusta na? Good morning.
Good morning, P. Ikaw, Biang.
Ako, grabe, nag-alarm ako ng 9 a.m. talaga kasi I really wanted to watch the show. I logged on to empire.ph. In fairness, I thought it would crash, pero it actually worked really well. So congratulations to Empire. Ako, excited ako. Nagpuyat ako kasi nanood ako ng mga videos, lahat ng mga ring light series videos, pati the preliminaries, pinanood ko. Well, almost all of them. So, grabe, parang ako nag-study sa isang exam for today because I really wanted to, really get to know the girls before the coronation night. Kasi, importante, iba na talaga eh. Parang, di mo na pwedeng asahin lang kung ano yung nakikita mo sa coronation night. Kailangan, parang you really have to get to know them from their journey na talaga. So, ayun, grabe. Congratulations to the winner, right? Oh my God.
Actually, I completely agree. Actually, kaming tatlo, sobrang excited namin for today na 3 days na kaming nagpupuyat dahil nga pinapanood namin lahat ng episodes on the Empire website. Kasi very, very unique, di ba? And we're gonna talk more about, the format, how Miss Universe Philippines adjusted, everything about the pageant later on. Pero we want to invite everyone to please join the Queentuhan community, which is called the Queendom on Facebook. And meron na rin tayong pag-group chat. Sobrang nakakatuwa kasi meron tayong messenger group where everyone was there and they really served as our PLDT Fiber stream team for today.
Grabe talaga. And just to say hi to our PLDT Fiber stream team, I want to give a big shout out to Gerald Pacawan, to Rohan Santa Maria, to Trixie Bugia, to Just Tolentino, to Joey Jabon Albos, to John Paul Amil, to Tony Polines, to Boom, and of course to Giselle Sarah Jose. So thank you guys. Grabe, it was so entertaining to, watch, well, not really watch the show with you, but kind of feel like it because we were really talking every, pag may lumalabas na girl, we would say what we think about it. So it was really fun. It was like we were all watching together talaga, in the same place. So thank you so much.
Yeah, that's right. I completely agree. And I'm so thankful for our PLDT internet kasi napanood natin yung show tuloy-tuloy. I think it was really special that there was an option to watch it online na walang mga commercials.
Yes.
So na-enjoy ko talaga yon. And then, like Bianca said, I really enjoyed watching with our PLDT Fiber stream team kasi all throughout, lahat ng mga comments, messages, everything we thought throughout the pageant, nakapag-queentuhan tayo today. So, thank you. And sa lahat ng mga nanonood on the Facebook page, on the Tripod Network Facebook page, pati na rin sa YouTube ni Pia, alam ko marami ring viewers na either gumising ng aga or puyat na because they are out of the Philippines. Thank you so much for, clearing your schedule to spend even more time to talk about Miss Universe Philippines with us.
Yes. Guys, I also want to remind everyone to stick around for the whole show kasi sa special episode na to ng Queentuhan Fanfare, meron tayong giveaway from PLDT Home in partnership with Tony and Guy. So, meron pa rin tayong pa-prizes at the end. So, stick around dahil baka kayo yung manalo ng prizes natin from PLDT Home and Tony and Guy.
At that special prize, I just want to mention, is a makeover worth 15,000 pesos. Kaya
Oh,
abangan kung paano nga ba maging winner dito sa ating special giveaway. All right. So without
Yung
further
pwedeng ako na.
ado, nag-volunteer. I volunteer. Gusto ko. Kasi diba parang after natin manood ng pageant, parang inspired tayo magpa-beauty.
Grabe, kaya
oo.
pagkama ko ngayon, guys. Really, na-inspire ako sa mga
Nilabas ko nga
girls.
yung sabi ko, pageant nose line, para feel na feel talaga natin. Anyway, let's get to our conversation. And actually, we invited Mama J to be on the show today. Pero unfortunately, maraming mga unforeseen circumstances when it comes to the schedule of Miss Universe Philippines. Alam naman natin, pageants are very, very busy. It happens. So, kami na muna ang makakakwentuhan nyo ngayon. And hopefully, we can have Mama J in a future episode nitong Queentuhan. And of course, we want to hear all of your comments, all of your thoughts. Nagustuhan nyo ba? Hindi nyo ba nagustuhan? Let us know in the comment section kasi sisilipin namin yan all throughout the show.
Mhm.
So let us begin. The
Okay.
conversation, guys. Your thoughts. Simulan na natin. What do you think were the main differences? Kasi syempre, when we joined Binibini tayo, and then this is the first edition ng Miss Universe Philippines, your initial thoughts on how the pageants, like, I guess, differ from each other?
Ako, I'll start. I guess it's kind of hard to compare because we're in the middle of a pandemic. So it's not a full show. It's not a full parang walang live audience, wala yung usual na ang daming nasa parang isang malaking arena or coliseum where people are cheering for you, tapos buo kayo. So, medyo iba to. I can't fully compare it yet kasi hindi ko masabi na full-on pageant siya. Although it was a full-on pageant, pero kasi nga pandemic di ba? So, medyo tinweak pa rin. And then they had to pre-tape some of the parts. I don't know if all of the parts, but some of the parts. But considering nga na we're in the middle of a pandemic, kasi ngayon, honestly, naghahabol pa lang ako dun sa finals because I literally just woke up. It's so bad. Pero pinanood ko yung prelims at yung mga Q&A and I love that kahit na wala tayo dun sa venue, busog na busog yung mga fans sa content. Kasi ang daming online. And yung Q&A, finally, we get to see what the girls are like behind, the closed door interviews. When dati walang ganun sa Binibini, hindi natin alam talaga kung, how they answer questions until the final night. So ngayon, medyo meron na tayong clue. And tapos wala ring online na preliminary dun sa Binibini. So ay parang medyo fina-follow nila yung format ng Miss Universe actually. Napansin ko. But so far, considering sa akin na napanood ko yung prelims and yung Q&A, considering we're in the middle of a pandemic and doing it all online can be really challenging. I felt like it was they gave okay siya. As in parang, as a fan, nabusog ako. Alam mo yun? Like, parang kasi, syempre, first run pa lang naman nila to, so I understand marami pang pwedeng ma-improve, pero to me, okay siya. Okay yung show. Kasi ang dami kasing issue ngayon, guys. So parang pag sinabi ko, okay yung show, agree ka ba doon sa mga nangyayari, ganyan. Just wanna make it clear, guys, I don't really know what's going on. And I haven't watched the finals yet. Pero based sa mga napanood ko from the past few days, okay siya. Kayo, guys?
Bianca,
Ako?
your thoughts?
Me, tama ka dun, P, busog na busog tayo sa mga girls in terms of getting to know them. I guess in any situation, when we are faced with hardship and then we are forced out of our comfort zones and we're forced to rethink of how we normally do things, there are always like innovation that comes from that. And I think the Ring Light series is definitely something that I think Miss Universe Philippines should keep moving forward, regardless of if it's a virtual pageant or not, because I very much enjoyed really getting to know all the candidates. Kasi ang nangyayari dyan, maririnig lang natin yung mga opinions and voices, especially if, if you just have the coronation night, only of the top 15 or the top 5, diba? But then all the other candidates, sobrang bihira lang sila magkakaroon ng panahon to really show who they are and tell their story, especially to a wider audience. Yeah, the pageant fans, the ones who really stick sa journey ng mga girls, yeah, a lot of them know. But now, it's really widely available for everyone. And I love that. And I hope that doesn't change. And yes, iba rin talaga pag live eh. And I love the energy of a live pageant. And, the energy of the fans, the energy of the girls. So I'm sure there was something lost because there was no live audience. But wala, what are you gonna do? These are the times. And given the circumstances and all the hardships that the organization had to go through, and given 8 months yung laban ng girls, I can't imagine putting my life on pause.
Yeah.
8 months, that's so long.
Grabe. So the fact that they're still there, they're still fighting, it was just amazing. But yeah, there are differences. And I'm not gonna say one is better than the other, especially with Binibining Pilipinas. Like my experience with Binibini, I don't remember having a closed door interview with judges during our year. Wala, no? So
It happened to me in a different pageant. Pero yeah,
Yeah.
we didn't have it in our year for
Not
Binibini.
for
at least.
Binibini, not in our year.
Yeah.
So I love that. I love that they have that. And that they are tama ka, they're really trying to follow more of the Miss Universe layout. And I love it. I think that's good. What about you, Carla? What did you think was different?
Before I give my thoughts, I want to give a quick shout out to our 1,000 live viewers. Thank you so much.
1,000.
Yes. Alam ko parang I get the feeling kasi 'di ba parang we're all very emotional Filipinos. We love pageants. So ilabas niyo yan lahat sa ating comment section.
Yes.
And we will be reading some if flash namin yung ibang mga comments on the screen. All right. Anyway, my thoughts. It was very unique. It's not what I expected. Kasi 'di ba parang nakikita naman natin na other countries, they also had to adjust na ginawa rin nilang virtual yung pageant. I think that Miss Universe Philippines was very innovative in their documentary-style journey with the Ring Light series. Na-appreciate ko yon. Obviously, there are a lot of things that need to be improved kasi yun nga, parang it's the first edition and we're still figuring our way through this. And I think that they were able to do their best. I really love that they were still able to mount a pageant, di ba? Na nakagawa sila ng mini Miss Universe Philippines bubble sa Baguio with the judges and everything. I think that was the closest we could get to the full experience. So na-appreciate ko yon. Production-wise, I enjoyed it. Ang ganda ng stage. I like the stage very much. I know that a lot of people, nakikita ko sa comments, parang hindi nila gusto yung format. I understand naman kasi totoo, iba talaga yung feeling na nasa Araneta tayo or nasa stadium tayo with the energy of the crowd. But yun nga, I'm really thankful sa effort na ginawa ng Miss Universe Philippines to kind of emulate that as much as possible kasi nga, safety first na muna tayo as we're here in the new normal. Sabi ni RC La Cuesta, bongga talaga yung Ring Light series. Doon natin nakilala yung girls. And I agree kasi nang pinapagawa kasi kami ng sa Queendom gumawa kami ng mga top 16, top 10, top 5. Ang hirap pumili. Kasi usually nakikita natin yung isang lakad lang sa swimsuit. Alam mo yon, parang very, very superficial lang yung nakikita natin. Yung coronation night lang. And then isang Q&A lang or dalawa lang. But even na nakita natin yung buong journey, parang nakilala natin ng buo yung mga girls. Feeling ko, kilala ko sila. So that made it really, really hard for me to choose my top bets. Kayo, did you feel the same way?
Ako parang meron kasing mga fan favorites from the very beginning. Yung mga kumakalat ng mga pictures, kung sino yung maraming mga yung mga pasabo, ganyan. Tapos syempre ako personally may mga kaibigan din ako may mga kaibigan tayo na sumali dun sa pageant. So meron tayong mga personal na gusto natin, na mga favorite natin. Pero, yun nga, once you watch the whole Ring Light series and you watch the whole Q&A, medyo parang nagbabago yung predictions mo, 'di ba? And I'm sure the fans can also relate na parang suddenly, teka, parang medyo mag-change ka ng notes mo na, ay parang hindi ko siya nakita before, tas parang biglang nung nagsalita siya, biglang nag-shine siya, ganyan.
Yeah.
So I think that's why it's really important, and I really love kahit na medyo mahaba, kailangan mo upuan talaga. Ang haba ng mga Q&A part sa ring light, pero kailangan Para at gusto ko na pare-pareho yung questions din for all the girls at marami. Kasi dun parang talagang you get to know them. Tapos parang nako-compare mo talaga, ganyan. I also wanna just like quickly, guys, address that we're live right now and I'm reading some of the comments, and then parang hindi, like, I'm not lying, like I really don't know much about what's going on. Like, I'm in the UK right now and I don't have insider info. So nakikibalita lang din ako sa online, sa inyo, and actually nung isang araw, 2 days ago, I messed si Angel Comia na parang punong abala dun sa mga girls, na head din ng Pianatics. Siya lang yung point person ko to ask, pre-tape ba kayo? Tape ba kayo? Live ba kayo sa Sunday? Kasi wala nga talaga akong masyadong alam. Marami nga akong ibang mga inaasikaso at the moment. So I'm as confused as you guys, but anyway, just wanted to address that. Kasi I feel like maybe some people think that I'm trying to hide the truth or cover up something. Like, guys, I'm really unbiased here. Like, I am just trying to like stay fair as much as possible. So anyway, minention ko lang kasi nababasa ko yung mga comments and they really want me to say something. Hindi, alam mo yung totoo, alam mo yung ganyan. Natago. Guys, wala akong alam. Hindi ko
Actually,
Wala siyang alam kasi ako pinipiga ko siya. Wala.
No, I think it's interesting to point out rin kasi parang obviously may mga camps and everything, pero ang tagal na rin kasi naming sumali and hindi naman na parang sobrang nakatali pa rin kami dun. I mean, obviously we can talk about pageants now more as fans. Parang hinihiwalay na namin yung experience namin sa ngayon. Ang tagal na namin since sumali kami. So parang wala na kaming mga biases and everything. It's just really for the Philippines, pretty much.
Yeah.
We want to show our support to everyone joining, and kung meron man kaming maitutulong when it comes to sharing our experiences, yung mga things that we wish we did, or kung gusto nyo marinig yung mga kwento namin, then that's what we're trying to do here.
Yes, guys. Well, kung nandito kayo para sa intriga, sorry, wala kaming intriga magbibigay sa inyo.
Baka meron silang intriga.
Okay, anyway, moving on. Pag-usapan na natin yung production, swimsuit, yung long gown, everything that happened. We all watched the prelims. Nagpuyat kami. I agree. Yung pinaka na-enjoy ko was, I think the closed door interview was very unique. Nakita ko napagod yung girls kasi mataas yung stairs. At na-imagine ko, ang hirap kasi kinakabahan ka na nga. Tapos, kailangan mo pa sumagot ng 10 questions. Pero I think it was also a challenge of composure. Kasi di ba, aside from yung answers dun sa questions na yon, tinitingnan mo like makikita mo like how a girl carries herself, kung gaano siya ka-confident. I think that was an interesting thing to show the audience kasi usually nga hindi natin yan nakikita. Swimsuit kanina, ang ganda. I really liked it. I think it looked really good. Naka-white silang lahat with the different cuts. I wish na lahat naka two-piece, but I think the one-piece versions were very sexy, and I love the pa-shawl fur thing. Ganda. Was it feathers? Yeah, I think it was feathers. I really liked it. Long gowns, I'm jealous. Kasi nga, during our time, hindi pa tayo pwede mag-work with a designer. So, I think that the girls look great. I love the long gowns. I think it's great na showcase rin yung talent ng mga local Filipino designers sa pageantry ngayon.
Ay,
P.
grabe. Naalala ko dati swartihan no?
Oo, like, totoo, kasi when I watch it now, and I know it hasn't been that long naman since we competed. Like, okay, 6 years. Tagal na rin pala. Tagal na rin
Matagal
pala.
na! We're very, tita na.
Tita na tayo. I agree na ang sarap tingnan na pwede na silang magsuot ng sarili nilang gown. Although we've been seeing this naman from the past few years with Binibini. But then, bumabalik yung feels na, I wonder what kind of gown I would have worn if I had the option, if I had the choice. Kasi, ang ganda ng mga gowns, and I also really love the gown that Eliza wore. I thought that was revolutionary to wear clean terno for your evening gown. Like, I really love that. Parang, pwede yun sa Miss You, actually. Pwede yun sa Miss You, pasabog yun. And the swimsuit, tama ba na si Fern One yung designer ng swimsuits?
For the final.
For the
finals. Oh, are we talking about prelims ba?
No, we can talk about both. I mean, it's also a whole experience.
We can talk about prelim kasi you haven't watched the
I know. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I feel so useless now. Pero I agree. Yun din yung napansin ko dun sa prelims. I wish that the swimsuits changed a little bit. Pero they did that naman dun sa finals, and then si Fern One din yung nag-design, a world-class na designer yun. And they got to wear the design that really, the gown that really shows their personality, which I wish happened to us. Ikaw, Mar?
Well, I must say, I have an emotional connection to my gown during Binibini just because I won Best in Long Gown. So, ako parang, I really did wish that, I could have chosen my own gown. But that gown did me well, so I'm not gonna hate on it. And it's my favorite color. I feel like because it was my favorite color, parang feeling ko binigyan niya ako ng konting swerte. So, kahit, from the baul of Madam yun, okay na rin. Like, I appreciate what it's done for me. But, I love the gowns. I love kasi na, hindi na siya your typical, not all of them are your typical beauty pageant gowns. I just have to say this, during the preliminary, Miss Pasay wore a beautiful Kim gown dress that was stunning. Not your typical pageant gown, pero it fit her so well with her super tall and thin stature, with beautiful, splashes of color, and still very Kim gown if you look at it. Like, it stood out to me. For me, my favorite gown for preliminaries was that. For the finals, who's it? Not my favorite gown. Ako kasi, pagdating na sa final, hindi na ako masyado tumitingin sa suot ng mga girls, like, per se. Like, maybe the color a bit, but I really won't focus on the gown. I really look at her face. I look at her face, how she's walking, how confident she is. Yung gown siguro parang, okay, bagay, maganda. Pero hindi ko na masyado titignan yung details. So, unless the gown was like super, wow, crazy, hindi ko na masyado mapapansin. Although, I must say that Paranaque, I love the color of that blue gown. I loved it. It's two-piece siya. It's a different style.
Yeah.
That stood out.
We were talking about that kanina. Sabi ko, ang hirap i-pull off. Kasi parang, very difficult yung cut. So parang you really have to be fit. And I love how she used her pagka-ballerina. She did a double spin with a flowy skirt. Ganda! Galing. Yeah.
Actually, there was this one girl. Who was that? Was it her na yung sa lyrics ng song, it said something like paikot-ikot-ikot, and then she twirled. I think it was a twirl. Grabe, I love that. I love it when girls like really try to incorporate the music. Kasi minsan, ako, I know that you can walk in your long gown. Minsan di mo na naiisip yung music or yung beat ng music. Pero if you kind of be conscious about the music and isakto mo talaga siya sa beat, iba talaga yung drama na magagawa mo.
Yeah.
Mistake.
So we touched a bit on swimsuit, long gown, the stage. I want to ask about the Q&A kasi iba rin siya eh. Top 16, may statement silang lahat. And then top 5 na. Tapos yung top 5, dalawa yung question na tinanong. So dalawa magkasunod. I got stressed just watching it. Kasi ang hirap na nga isipin yung isang question to stay composed and to really gather your thoughts for answering that one question. Tapos boom, meron pang kasunod na isa. But I think the girls all did great. I think yun yung na-appreciate ko. Ang daming very eloquent, good comm skills dito sa batch na to. And overall, I think it was a good move kasi yung first question, iba-iba silang 5, pero yung second question, pareho. So, I get what they were trying to do there. And grabe na talaga yung emphasis, no, sa speaking, which I get because Miss Universe nga is pretty much being a spokesperson for the org.
Definitely.
Parang fina-follow nga nila talaga yung format ng Miss Universe, ano? Well, kasi ngayon, di ba, yung year ni Gazini, we saw that meron silang opening parang statement muna sa umpisa, and then tatawagin na yung next round, and then 2 rounds din yung Q&A. Yun yung parang feel ko, bumawi talaga tayo do sa Q&A na part kasi few years ago, well, when we were competing at Binibini, one question lang tayo. Like we do so like months and months of preparation for one question that you don't know what it's gonna be. And then, alam mo yun, parang kung hindi masyadong strong yung unang sagot mo, wala kang chance to redeem yourself sa next round, ganon. So parang I love that there were lots of questions. I love that meron yung ring light na parang closed door interview na 10 questions yata yung tinanong sa kanila. And then, na meron ding statements, so you hear them speak, merong questions for 5, and then a same question. Parang miss you talaga yung format. So, ako super na-appreciate ko yun kasi nga like what Carla mentioned, iba na rin kasi talaga doon sa international stage, sa Miss You. Because, parang hindi na lang, nagbabago na eh, nag-evolve na yung mga beauty queen, hindi na lang enough na maganda, okay, kasama na yung maganda, kasama na lahat yun, pero mayroon pa silang hinahanap. So, para sa akin, tama lang na maraming rounds ng Q&A. Kayo guys?
Ako rin, I wish we had more rounds because minsan kasi parang ang dami mong gustong sabihin tapos hindi mo masasabi sa isang question lang or it's just there's so much pressure to put who you are and to prove to people your level of intelligence was just one question. Like, sige guys, kayo nga, buong buhay nyo, isang tanong lang ang pwedeng tanungin sa'yo, tapos kailangan ka na makilala. I mean, that's a lot of pressure for just one question. So I think moving forward, more questions the better. The more we can hear about the girls' minds and opinions and thoughts, then that means we're going in the right direction when it comes to pageantry. Parang it is the progression, and I love that about it. And like Carla said, ang dami talagang mga girls na you wouldn't think. Again, thank you to PLDT. Ang dami ko talaga stream. Hindi ako natulog. Pero I love how internet has really kind of helped pageantry go beyond just the physical looks. Kasi isipin mo kung walang internet ngayon, ang hirap din. Mall show mo yung mga girls, mall tour mo yung lahat ng mga girls. Ang hirap. But now, with modern technology, it's really helped the cause of pageantry in terms of, it not just being about looks, it's about the whole package. From mind to heart to soul, and of course, the body and your physical attributes. So, grabe. Ang saya-saya lang. But also, I just wanna say na to the 2 girls that had to drop out because they tested positive for COVID-19. That was Miss Sorsogon and Miss Cagayan de Oro, Vinci Bacalares. Si Miss Sorsogon, si Maria Isabela Galeria. I just wanna tell them na grabe, I watched you guys sa Ring series and grabe na pala, ang grabe na nung laban nyo. And unfortunately, your journey had to be stopped. But please join again. As in, please join again. I really want to see you guys on stage. Grabe. And yun lang. I feel like I really needed to say that.
Yeah.
Sayang eh. Sayang sila.
What about the crowning? Obviously, very unique
Okay.
yung nangyari kasi I think we have to talk about it. People are all asking thoughts about the crown, and so sagutin na natin in one, guys, before we proceed to the rest of our conversation. Yung crown, when I first saw it, to be honest, hindi ako fan. I didn't like it. I thought it was, akala ko kasi maliit siya na matangkad. But then when I saw it na, yung hawak na, yung ganyan, yung photo na hawak ni Shanksy, doon ko siya na-appreciate. I like na parang may kwento yung design niya. And then nang suot na siya, doon ko siya na-appreciate. So, yeah. I didn't like it at first, tapos nagustuhan ko na siya nang nandun na siya sa ulo ni Rabia. What about you guys? And about the ano nga pala, the top 5, the crowning moment. Syempre iba,
The
'di ba?
crowning
Kasi
Okay.
I don't know your thoughts. Yeah.
I don't know if it's true, the rumor, but I heard online. I don't know if it's true, guys. Do not say I'm confirming this, but there were 5 different versions of the crowning moment. Kasi nga pre-taped daw. Again, not sure how true this is. If Mama J was here, maybe we could ask him. But next time. Pero para sa akin kasi, parang kung ganun ngayon nangyari, pre-tape talaga siya. And I don't know, I feel like medyo lack of emotions ngayon nakita ko. So, I think that's the only bad thing, which is not the first and last in terms of virtual pageants. Yun din yung comment ko sa Miss Earth before. Kasi parang iba yung crowning moment na nandun ka, as in, nandun yung buong crowd, nandun pamilya mo, you hear the tension, you feel the tension. Iba rin yung emosyon na makukuha ng girls during that time. Pero again, given the times, guys, it is what it is. So, wala, ganun talaga yung crowning moment. Medyo, for me, medyo it was a bit mechanical. Just a bit. Like, walang iyakan. Tapos wala yung mga ibang girls to come and hug. Kasi syempre, social distancing. So, you can't do that. So, it's okay.
I get it naman though, kasi parang, actually, iniisip ko to, kasi sabi ko parang, what if they taped it on the day itself? Kung totoo nga, para mas, authentic. Kaya lang, kasi, we've all been to a pageant. Ang daming tao na kailangan to have it live rin. Yeah. So, naiintindihan ko rin naman talaga yung predicament nila to have to do this scenario, di ba? Kasi, ang hirap rin talaga maglabas ng big event ngayon. And you really, really need a lot of people. Maraming mga tech things that we don't know about.
Exactly.
So, I'm sure siguro naman, like, if there was a way for them to do it that way, they would have. So, I get it. But I agree, Bianx. Parang yung coronation, yun yung biggest part. Well, it's something that we have to deal with.
Ngayon lang naman yan, guys. Okay lang yan. We gotta do what we gotta do.
About the leaks, sobrang hirap iwasan. Kasi everyone's online. We did our best. Actually, tumitingin lang ako sa chat namin, tsaka sa chat ng Queendom. Tapos sabi ko, bawal mag-post ng kahit anong spoilers. Bawal. Walang suspense. Gusto namin ma-experience yung moment na yon as fans.
Parang ang hirap really to pull it off kasi ako din iniisip ko, okay, so what if now that we saw na maraming leak na nagaganap, maraming kahit na they try to pre-tape and then tape 5 different scenarios. So, hindi pa rin talaga alam ng mga tao kung alin dun sa 5 na yun yung totoo, ganyan. I mean, what can we do differently, like, next time? Parang, paano natin, like, I mean, hopefully next year, pwede nang maging live talaga. Yung traditional na crowning na live para mas totoo yung emotions. But I can't help but put myself in the position of the girls. Like tayong tatlo, we've competed already. Can you imagine if, like, we all had to be crowned, but that's not a final crowning? Like,
emotional I don't know.
Yeah.
Parang pinatikim lang sa'yo, parang ganun. Pero huwag ka munang magse-celebrate pa talaga kasi hindi pa sure. Pero, yun nga, I understand we're in the middle of a pandemic, so parang hirap to pull it off live. But kayo guys, people watching right now and because we're live and we see your comments, kayo, what do you think? Ano yung pwede nating gawin para, what do you think we could have done differently?
Better.
What we could have done better, ganyan. Kasi baka parang iba nga eh, ano siya, parang it's never been done like that before. It
Exactly.
caught all of us by surprise, and
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 can you imagine?
hindi
Sorry,
talaga
I just want to say the number.
go ahead.
Sorry, I just wanted to say that like the number of platforms that were playing the coronation. It was GMA, it was I Want TV, it was Empire.ph, it was may isa pa. So parang can you imagine having to coordinate all of that and giving the materials to all of these different, partners. Ang hirap talaga, ang hirap ng logistics, ng technology available. So ako kudos naman ako sa kanila with what they did with the resources that they have.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
overall, congratulations to the girls. Everyone did amazing. Congratulations to Miss Universe Philippines. And of course, here in Queentuhan, diba, we always talk about how pageants have evolved throughout the years. Tapos nagbabago rin yung definition ng pagiging beauty queen. Para sa inyo, yung ginawa ng Miss Universe Philippines na ibang-iba talaga yung naging format this year. How do you think it will help sa pag-proceed ng Philippine pageantry?
Well,
Should I answer
okay.
first? Ako yung sasagot. I like it. I like the national pageants eh. Hindi na lang based on looks. Mas malaking factor na yung personality, confidence, yung what the person stands for, advocacy. So I like that pageants are really focusing on that more kasi mas buo na yung picture ng tao. It's really about how strong she is as a woman and how she inspires other people. Kasi yun nga, parang versus yung, hindi naman natin talaga nakukuha yung full picture sa dating format eh. So ako, I know that it's the first edition. I like the direction kung saan papunta yung mga format na ginagawa natin.
Yeah. There's a lot of things about new Miss Universe Philippines, given that it's the first run, given that we're in the middle of a pandemic. There's many naman na I liked about it. Okay? Kasi nagkakagulo tayo sa comment section ngayon and everybody just wants to talk about the negative. Pero ito yung mga nakita kong maganda. I love that we can now choose to speak in our native tongue, number one. Hindi na parang masyadong kailangan English. Tapos, pero paano pag hindi ako comfortable sa English? Pwede namang may interpreter sa Miss Universe. Ako kasi, embrace your true self, ganon. So, kung komportable ka dun sa native tongue mo, para sa akin, sobrang refreshing tingnan at pakinggan na they were introducing themselves in their own dialects, ganyan. Sa akin, sobrang ganda nun. And then, na nakakapili sila ng gown nila, na ang daming Q&A. Like what you mentioned, Carla, I love the direction that we're going. Definitely, there's a lot more na pwede pang gawin para mas maging pasabog, para mas ma-improve. Pero given nga the circumstances we're in at the moment, it was the first run. We're in the middle of a pandemic. I think we're off to a good start when it comes to choosing our representative for Miss Universe. Ikaw, Mar.
Ako, I mean, regardless of, the glitz and glam of it, production, stage, whatever, all of that. What I like most about Miss Universe Philippines is how they have highlighted the woman in the candidates. It's not just Miss Universe Philippines, that's it, beauty queen. No, they are women with different personalities, with different backgrounds. I also noticed that a lot of them, during the closed door interview, they kept thanking the organization and telling them that Thanks for letting us be who we are and telling us to be the best version of ourselves. I think the organization really made it a point to do that. Na hindi na cookie cutter um, beauty queen ang
Yeah.
gusto ng pageantry ng Miss Universe. And Miss Universe Philippines made it a point to do that. I like the workshops that they gave the girls. They had personality workshops na about, you know, I saw how the girls applied these workshops. Kasi a lot of their answers also, they went back to their core values, talking about their core values, talking about, getting to know who you are, being able to know who you are so that you can be influential to others. Malaman, may laman yung mga girls. Like, I'm so proud and happy of that. So, like, in that way, the way that Miss Universe, having Shamsi Soup Soup as, our national director, and having Lian Ramos, who's also a very successful, very substantial beauty queen, it really set the stage for me to redefine, what a true queen is. That's what we've been saying Kasi parang, dahil nag-evolve na nga yung pageantry, nag-iiba na yung pageant, yung expectations ng pageants, nag-iiba na rin yung expectations ng mga girls. And I think more and more, we're really discovering ano ba talaga ang totoong queen. And it's definitely way off from the answer we thought was before. Actually, I think right now the right answer, the true queen, is just whoever is who they are and want to change the world. I don't know. Ganun lang.
One more thing, guys, that I wanted to acknowledge was, hindi na lang tayo number ngayon. May pangalan na. Diba? Kasi dati, number 10 lang ako. Ako lang si 10. So,
Tama
si
ka.
10, taga-san siya. Alam mo yun, parang, ngayon, yung sash mo, where you're from, and yung questions mo, tungkol kung saan ka. So, hindi lang parang, kasi gusto ko represent ko, kunyari, ako, Cagayan de Oro City, pero malalaman mo talaga, may alam ka ba talaga tungkol sa Cagayan de Oro City, ano yung, di ba? Kasi yung questions naka-revolve around that So, mas nagkakaroon ng identity, hindi ka na lang parang just one of the candidates. You are a representative of where you're from. Parang, gusto ko yung part na yun.
You have to find the queen within, diba? So I love that. I completely agree with your sentiments. And I just want to give a quick shout out to our comment section. Please, wag tayong toxic. You know that Queentuhan really stands against yung mga bashing, negativity. We don't want that. Please, let's be civilized and respectful when it comes to talking about our girls.
Oh, one more thing. Somebody mentioned na yung mga number, wala na pala yun nung last year, nung year nila Catriona. So thanks for pointing that out. But anyway, I love that part of the pageant. One more thing, I love, nabuo siya kasi nakapag-pass ng crown si Kazini.
Yes.
I love Kazini's moment. Yeah.
And it was so sweet that she was so graceful, and then nagpasalamat pa siya kay Madam Stella sa Binibining Pilipinas. Sobrang queen talaga, queen. I know without sharing too much, nakapag-usap kami ng sandali ni Gazini a few weeks ago, and parang syempre as somebody na galing ka sa Binibini, tapos biglang naging Miss Universe Philippines, you worry kung makakapag-pass ka pa ba ng crown. I'm so happy for her that she deserves it. Deserve niya to. So parang, I'm so happy that she acknowledged lahat ng mga tumulong sa kanya. So, yun, buo yung, para sa akin, buo siya kasi nakita natin na nag-pass ng crown si Gazini.
Yeah, I think that's always such a beautiful moment. Lalo na, yun nga, for Gazini, for her to just have that final walk is super, super special. And yeah, I completely agree with everything that you said. But of course, we've been talking about how this whole thing was a journey, a long journey, almost a year-long journey na hindi talaga madali. And I'm sure that all throughout this year, dealing with all of the challenges na dinala ng pandemic, all of these girls had to rediscover the queen within. So, I just wanted to ask both of you, do you think yung mga beauty queens today should be more aspirational or should they be more relatable? Bigla tayo nag-Q&A dito sa Queentuhan.
Wow.
Candidate. Number 2, Charot. I think it's an interesting question, ha? Really interesting question. Go, Mar.
Okay, ako dyan. I guess I am the kind of I do want our queens to be more relatable, honestly. Which is what is happening naman right now. Basically, relatable in the sense na ang beauty queen hindi na, ay, perfect siya, perfect skin siya, perfect siya lahat, always perfect siya. Yun, yeah, aspirational, sobrang aspirational, pero parang, it makes you doubt, will I ever get there? Or, siya lang yun eh. Ako, hindi ko kaya yun eh. Pero ngayon, and I think that's what relatability, I think, in terms of relatability, it's more of, yeah, I aspire to be her, but she lets me know and she lets me feel that I too can be like her. I can be the best version of myself. So, in a way, yeah, you have to be aspirational because you do want to influence people, but I think more importantly is you have to be relatable because you have to influence and you have, it's not just look at me, I'm so pretty, I'm so perfect. It's not like that anymore. It's more of look at me, but also I'm looking at you and I can see
Yeah.
Wow. I love it. Parang naramdaman ko.
Just
Oo.
Ikaw, Pia, what are your thoughts on this?
I think there should really be that nice balance. Kasi from when I was a kid, when I was a young girl watching pageants like Miss Universe, para sa akin, ang taas. Tas parang, grabe, sobrang perfect nila. Parang magiging, hindi siya yung, kailan kaya ako magiging ganyan? Ang question is, magiging ganyan kaya ako? Parang sobrang taas kasi. Parang, ang perfect. Tas hindi siya ma-reach. Parang ganun yung dating. But, the times have changed now. Mas nagiging relatable na yung mga queens. Parang nakikita mo na yung sarili mo sa kanila. So I think dapat balance lang where I see myself in you, but at the same time, you inspire me to be like you.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense, but
exactly.
yeah.
Like, be like you or like be a better me. Parang ganon.
A better version of you.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah,
yourself.
like parang we all have that queen within in our unique way, diba? It's really just about how we convey it to the viewers. And I guess, side note, pumapasok na rin dito yung social media. Kasi during our time, 6 years ago, tagal na, hindi factor yung social media at all. Kasi nawawala yung phones kinukuha nila yung phones namin. So, it's hindi siya factor. Pero ngayon kasi, di ba parang the way we present ourselves online also plays such an important role. And I think doon pumapasok rin yung pagiging relatable. Kasi nawawala yung barrier More than ever, yung mga pageant fans, media, everyone is so close to each other. We can all connect with each other versus yung nakikita mo lang sa stage. Malayo siya. So I think that's also something that current queens and future queens should really consider, yung pagiging relatable nila on their social media accounts. Anyway, what about when it comes... Sorry, Mar, were you gonna say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to add na I think in a way, social media has definitely defined the new queen or the true, what a true queen is for us now by making it, like you said, interconnected na. And ang beauty queen, hindi na lang siya isolated. We know what people are saying. We can, there is more communication and interconnection between us. So I think the internet and social media forced also beauty queens and pageantry to kind of come down from that pedestal.
Yeah.
I think it was a huge factor, really. And grabe, it's just amazing to think, no, na all these things, every different factors of life come together to I don't know, to come up with a better show for us, I guess. Kasi the more we get to know ourselves, the more na-apply natin sa pageantry yung gusto nating makita. Like real world affects pageants. It's not
Yeah.
an entity on its own. Yun lang.
Actually, yun nga, yung term na queen, malayo na siya. It's not alienating anymore. Like what we said, everyone can be a queen. Every single one has a queen within. And it's just really how we recognize and empower that woman that is so strong within us. Para sa inyo, of course, we do have a set of winners right now. Rabia is the new Miss Universe Philippines 2020. Ano yung advice na mabibigay nyo for her to fully unleash the queen within as she represents the country?
Ooh, okay. Well, she's okay. Let's acknowledge first na ang daming issue na nangyayari ngayon na. Like, guys, like straight up, wala kaming alam. We're only just kinda nag-aabang lang din kami ng ano ba tong mga nangyayari sa loob, bakit parang merong mga galit, parang or galit ba? Tama ba? I don't know kasi I'm literally just saying this now. But grabe. So, okay, ito na lang. Ang advice ko na lang is that we don't exactly know when Miss Universe is gonna be, and let's go back to like the situation we're in right now. We're in the middle of a pandemic, so prepare for everything. This is gonna be a unique journey kasi wala namang hindi to yung pangkaraniwang traditional na pageant. Yung Miss Universe Philippines pa lang was not traditional in any way kasi nga merong kasi may pandemic. So expect na natin na for Miss Universe there might be a few changes, but prepare for that. It might take longer. I'm not saying na I don't know anything, guys. Kasi lahat ng sinasabi ko parang, sinabi ni Pia, it will take longer. Ganyan. It might take longer. The preparation might take longer. You will be tested and in many ways, pero just be prepared. Like I always say sa lahat naman ng lumalaban, it's when preparedness meets opportunity, and that's when the magic happens. Just be prepared for anything because when the opportunity strikes, you're there, you're ready, and then you'll win.
Yeah. Ikaw, Mar, what's your advice?
Tama yan. Sa mga nanonood sa YouTube ngayon, okay na ba yung boses ko? Naririnig nyo na ba ako? Sorry. Sorry. Nagka-technical problems ako kanina, pero ngayon naka-mic na ako. I hope it's better now, okay? Anyways, like, my advice for women, kasi yun nga, tama ka, Carlos, gustong-gusto ko talaga ngayon na when you say, hey, queen, or you're a real queen. Ano na siya hindi na siya yung tipong, ano lang, beauty queen lang yung pwedeng maging queen, or, hindi, si Queen Elizabeth lang yung pwedeng queen. Hindi na, it's like applicable to like all women. And it kind of connotes the sense of power and a sense of confidence talaga. And I love it. I love how that term has become basically a part of a celebration of your womanhood. So my advice for women out there who you wanna rediscover and unleash the queen within you, it's really about it's easy to say. I always say confidence, but more than that, it's about, I think, really getting to know yourself. And that's not just something that you do once and then that's it for the rest of your life. I think my advice to you is to realize that you are not just one person forever. So you have to continuously get to learn yourself and do things that maybe before you wouldn't do, but try it out and maybe you'll discover something about yourself too. So what else? And after getting to know yourself, the next step is, which I think is the harder step, and it's something I'm still struggling with, is being able to confidently show that to the world and not try to hide behind expectations or try to hide behind fears. Yeah. So my advice is continuously get to know yourself and be brave enough to show that person every day. Yun lang. And hopefully I can do that too. That's my homework to myself also.
I think these are really special times in pageantry because before there was a certain, parang we had to fit ourselves to a certain mold. Pero ngayon, the girl wearing their crown defines what a queen is. And it's very unique kasi, yun nga, parang hindi na siya very filtered, na very pageant-patty. It's really about emphasizing what makes that specific queen unique. So I'm really hoping na that's what we're gonna see. It's gonna be a journey pa eh, di ba? Mahaba pa eh, until when Rabia actually competes in Miss Universe. So I'm sure marami pa siyang ma-rediscover about herself. And I'm excited to see the total package and the total queen, yung magiging na magiging result nitong journey na to. So, we're wishing her all the best, of course. And I'm sure, let's look back naman at this whole 2020. Kasi di ba parang para sa atin naman lahat, we really had to rediscover what matters. Given na we were thrown into this completely different situation. Let's just put ourselves siguro in the shoes of the girls na kung tayo yun, how would we kind of deal with that? And how would we rediscover what really matters to us?
Well, okay, for me, ako honestly, parang pag iniisip ko ang the pandemic, like I said before, these kinds of situations they force you to rethink rethink things that have been so automatic na to you, the usual routine. And I think it's good. I mean, I'm not saying magka-pandemya tayo all the time, but in terms of silver lining, challenges in life force you to look inwards and kind of readjust and rediscover who you are. And with Miss Universe Philippines, I thought they were able to do that very, very well. Like we've said, I think the pandemic also, forced them to kind of rethink what really matters to them and rethink what matters to the pageant world in terms of who their queen is, who they want their queen to be. Ako naman, what I rediscovered about myself is that there are so many things that I have to work on in terms of, what I want to accomplish in life. I rediscovered how precious it was to spend time with the people that you love when you can, physically or virtually. I realized how important it is to get out of the house. Alam mo, ako, couch potato ako. I will admit it. I love being on the couch watching TV all day. I'm happy. But being forced to do that every day almost for how many months, it made me rediscover my appreciation to, actually going outdoors and being busy and having a schedule and not just being home,
Yeah.
So, yeah. Those are the things I've rediscovered.
What about you, P?
Kasi kahit naman, okay, I know we're talking about pageants right now and we're at the topic of Miss Universe Philippines, but then I think this applies to all of us, right? This whole pandemic has taught us to rediscover really ourselves and what really matters to us. Parang sa akin, I went back to basics. Aminin na natin, wala na mga shoots masyado ngayon, di ba? Daming nangyari, hindi tayo masyadong lumalabas. So it affected everyone in some way. So kahit sa akin, nagkaroon ako ng oras to really kind of rediscover myself and reassess myself and like really ask myself, what are the things that really matter to me? What are the things that really make me happy? Now that I don't have all of this work to distract me, I'm forced to be with myself and really ask myself the, sometimes uncomfortable questions like, Pia, kung wala lahat to, ano yung talagang magpapasaya sa'yo? And that's just, hindi lang sa akin to, lahat tayo, pinagdaanan natin yun. I'm sure lahat tayo in some way, parang we were forced to like really sit back and think, ano ba? Parang, ano ba yung importante talaga sa buhay? And I realized it's family. It's the connections that you have with your family and with your loved ones na kahit na magkakalayo kayo, ma-feel nyo pa rin na connected kayo sa isa't isa. na hindi ako personally hindi na masyado yung glitz and glamour, yung parang yung ganon. Para sa akin, ang saya ko grateful ako na healthy ako, grateful ako na healthy yung family ko, grateful ako na um, na alam mo yung kahit makalabas lang ako ng konti, yung maramdaman ko yung araw, makainom ako ng kape, masaya na ako. Alam mo yun,
Yeah.
the little things matter now. Like when before, ano mo yun, parang ang iniisip ko lang big goals all the time, where I forgot about the little wins around me, diba? So I realized that, and I think hindi lang to sa akin or sa mga beauty queens, sa ating girls, but I think also with our viewers, lahat tayo na nagkaroon tayo ng time na tanungin talaga yung mga sarili natin kung ano ba talaga yung importante sa atin. Like for example, hindi ko na masyadong pababain, pero should I speak up about certain issues? Ang daming nangyayari sa Pilipinas, ang daming nangyayari sa mundo. Am I just gonna sit back and watch? Or do I say something? Do I let my stand be known? Alam mo yun? Or hindi ako nakakapag-reach out kunyari sa mga kaibigan ko, sa mga loved ones ko, ganyan. Baka ito yung time na mag-message ka, mag-reach out ka sa kanila, baka kailangan nila ng tulong mo. Ganyan. Maybe it's time to go back to your old skills, to your old talents, things that you love to do, pero pinabayaan mo na lang kasi ang iniisip mo, paano kumita, ganyan. Like, there's so many things, like, we are rediscovering ourselves again. Para tayong bumabalik sa pagkabata natin, ganon, in some way. So, and then also, yun, sa akin, yun yung mga natutunan ko talaga. Ikaw, Carla.
Ako, I completely relate to both of you. I really had to rediscover what matters. And for me, it was spending time with my family. Kasi sobrang busy ko nga with work. Tapos iniisip ko, I live with them. So, pwede na yan this weekend. But then, yung quality time talaga, I really cherish it. And even the small things, like you said, Pia, yung coffee ko sa morning, yung workout ko, yung paglalaro ko ng Call of Duty. I mean, parang ang saya-saya ko. And it just made me realize na parang I should just, relax and not be so worried and kind of just be more mindful about living in the present. Kasi yun nga, parang I'm like you guys, that's why we're friends. We're very like worried about what's next. And I think that's something that I really learned. Pero with the girls naman, we follow a lot of them on social media. I think na ang galing how they were able to kind of rediscover their footing also when it comes to the pageant journey. Kasi ang hirap na nga nagpa-pageant ka, tapos nangyari pa to na kailangan mo mag-adjust, kailangan mo mag-film, kailangan mo maghanap ng ways to be able to get your content out. Kailangan nila, I love how the girls really stepped up in terms of helping their community also. Ang dami nating nakita, di ba? Gumawa sila ng sarili nilang efforts to be able to reach out. And that was another fact and point that I appreciated dun sa journey nila. Because it wasn't easy. So kudos to them na nakahanap sila ng paraan to be able to proceed with this pageant even throughout the situation, diba? Anyway,
like not to mention some of the girls who lost their job while they were in the competition due to the pandemic, and having the courage and the strength to still continue even though they were going through so much personal problems. Grabe, kudos to all of you girls. Amazing. Like, I honestly don't know if I could have done what you girls did this year. So, congratulations.
Anyway, we have time for some Q&A. So, our comment section has been pretty crazy so far. I know you guys have a lot of thoughts, feelings, emotions tungkol sa Miss Universe Philippines. So, let's get to that right now.
Oh, and by the way, congratulations pala to the winners, no? Congratulations to Rabia, or Miss Universe Philippines 2020, Miss Iloilo, and congratulations to the province or the city of Iloilo. Great candidate.
Congratulations, Rabia. I actually parang hindi ko pa siya nakakausap talaga or nakakasama, pero congratulations. And sana kung ano man yung mga issue na to, kasi parang ang daming nangyayari, maraming, ganito ba, parang hindi, I don't remember it being like this nung mga year natin, na pagka may nanalo, parang nagkakagulo talaga yung mga fans. Pero I hope whatever is going on right now, and I swear guys, wala talaga kaming alam, that it gets fixed as soon as possible,
Yes.
para naman makapag-bask in the celebration din yung winner. So, yeah, kasi syempre pinaghirapan din niya yan. So, yun.
Let's answer the
Question one.
question.
Yeah,
okay, go ahead.
From Zard Lloyd Halasan, how do you cope with losing?
How do
Okay.
I cope with losing? A
Si
big
Mar,
tub
hindi
of
na
ice
ta-
cream.
si Mar, kinain niya lahat ng pagkain sa kwarto namin ni Pia.
Yeah.
That's how I cope with losing. Eating.
No,
Ako, real talk. Sige, go guys, continue.
go P, go ahead.
Okay, real talk sa akin, when it comes to losing, kasi ang advice lagi, hindi, dapat tayo ka agad, stay positive, laban lang. It's okay to feel bad. Sa akin it's okay to feel bad, it's okay to be sad, it's okay to be angry, it's okay to cry. It's okay to take a break. Kung kailangan mong lumayo muna sa pageants for a few days, a few weeks, or even months, do it. Alam mo yung feeling, gets ko yung feeling na yan. Parang may nakipag-break sa'yo. Meron, parang magpahinga ka muna. So, sa akin, how do I cope with losing? I take a step back. I reassess everything, absorb, tapos isipin ko muna, ano ba ang dapat next step ko? Ko-continue pa ba ako? Ito na ba yung, what's my next journey? Alam ko yung advice kasi laging to stay strong, but allow yourself also to,
Moments of weakness.
Yes.
Being weakness is not a bad trait in itself. There are times, I think that we have to acknowledge our weaknesses, and sometimes we have to feel the weakness. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. Hindi pwede puro strong lagi. No, tao tayo, may weakness tayo. Okay lang, feel it.
Yeah.
Parang bangon up.
Yeah. Ako personally, I think na importante yung step back, like i-assess mo na muna yung nararamdaman mo. Damdamin mo talaga. Pero for me personally, I try to limit the time. Like I don't want to spend like a whole month na nagmumukmuk lang ako sa kwarto. I find na busying myself with something helps a lot also. So parang I throw myself into my work or I take on a new hobby. Yun, nakakatulong kasi medyo na-distract yung, na-shift yung attention ko to something else.
Yeah. All right, next question.
Let's go. Here. From Mama Je. Hi, Queens. What can you say sa new version ng Mabuhay song? This was in the, sa Natcos portion. Yeah. I loved it. I found it super cute when they were all like dancing. Tapos marami sila sa screen and yung mga close-up na pa-eksena nila. I really liked it. I think it was a great throwback. At sabi nga ni Mama Jay, gusto niya na parang lumabas sa Spotify yung updated version ng Mabuhay para mapakinggan at mapakinggan. I loved it. It was really catchy. Ang ganda. Kayo?
Ako nagustuhan ko din. I mean, hindi ko alam, kasang year ba yun unang lumabas? Hindi rin kasi ako masyadong sure. I never heard it in Binibini before. So this must be like
old school. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. Alam mo yung una ko naisip, nung nakita ko yung mga naka-costume sila, tapos para silang nasa garden, di ba? Parang nasa field sila, tapos naka-costume sila. Tapos lumalabas yung song na, Mabuhay. Ang una ko talaga naisip, sabi ko, uy, pandemic, pero buti nagawa nila lahat yan. Pero not in a bad way, na parang, sabi ko parang, ang galing, na-pull off nila na, kasi I was expecting clips of them separately na ipagsasama-sama lang, i-collage na lang. Pero ito, kasama sila sa isang frame. So, na-appreciate ko yun. Ayun, Miss Universe 1994 daw. Opening song.
Mabuhay!
Thank you.
Pero grabe, tawa ko ng tawa kasi diba, iba't ibang frames, tapos sumasayaw sila. Tapos sabi ko, grabe, kung tayo nga, hirap na hirap tayo sumayaw ng sabay-sabay na magkakasama tayo. Sila, mag-isa sila sumasayaw, diba? So sabi ko, buti nasasabay na yung... Grabe, nakakatawa. Grabe.
Yeah.
Opening numbers, they're the best. Dance numbers, awesome. Pero, ang galing. Honestly, ako rin, hindi ako masyadong sa song. Familiar. I think it's the first time I've heard it. But I liked it. I liked it. And I love how we used, throughout the pageant, throughout Miss Universe Philippines, puro Filipino songs ang ginamit natin. So, I love that.
Uy, pwede rin siguro yung binibini na kata, yung binibini na nais ko. I can't believe it. Okay.
Okay, next question by Mark Galvan. Which
Pwede rin yun.
contestant should come back and compete again? Go, Mark.
Sorry,
Ay, go, okay.
Eliza Malinaw, please, Eliza Malinaw,
Yes.
please, Eliza Malinaw, please. Sorry, like legit, like she needs to compete again. Like that girl, she deserves a crown. And
Yeah.
I have a question. Michelle is already 28, no? So, this was the last. I would have said Michelle and Billy and Eliza. Actually, yung top 5, yung runners-up.
But lahat sila pwedeng umulat ulit.
Oo,
Pwede pa ba? Pati si Michelle, pwede pa
except
umulit ulit?
Michelle ata.
Si
If
Michelle
I'm
Mina.
correct, ha? Pero yeah, for me, Billy, I really want to see Billy again, and I really want to see Eliza again.
Mhm.
And
Ako-
Pauline also.
Yeah.
Ikaw?
Yeah. Ako, I really, hanggat, sa akin, it applies to all girls naman. Hanggat kaya pa ng age, laban pa rin ng laban. Pero, ako kasi, meron, syempre kaibigan ko si Eliza at we competed together in 2015 and hindi ko talaga makakalimutan na tuwing pinapanood ko yung replay nung pagkapanalo ko, nakakita ko siya sa likod, tas siya lang yung talagang super happy siya for me, palakpak talaga siya. So parang, tapos a few years later, nung nagkita kami sa LA, medyo, nung pinag-iisipan pa niya kung sasali siya ulit, tinanong niya ako kung please sasali ba ako, ganyan. Tapos sobrang, pinush ko siya, sabi ko, uy, baka magsisi ka pag hindi mo tinry ulit, baka magkaroon ka ng regrets na, what if kaya, ano kayang mangyayari kung tinry ko, ganyan. So ako, honestly, sobrang, nung isang araw ko pa siya iniisip, sana okay lang siya. Nag-reach out ako sa kanya, pero I'm like, okay lang yan. Like, I'm okay lang yan.
She's okay, babe. Don't worry.
Okay. So, I want her, kung kaya pa, I want her to compete again. But I remember kasi when I just lost, and then people would tell me, as in nung gabi na yun ha, nung kakatalo ko lang, nung gabi na yun, sasabihin sa akin ng mga tao, hindi, sali ka pa ulit, pwede pa, Pia. It wasn't, hindi yun yung gusto kong marinig at that time. It's not what I wanted to hear. It didn't work. Like, sa akin parang, pagod na ako, parang hindi nyo naiintindihan guys, ang sakit-sakit, pagod na ako. Parang ganon. Pero kasi, well, yun eh. Pwede pa kasi. Alam mo yun? So, the decision will come from her at the end of the day. Siya pa rin yung magde-decide if she wants to go one more time. Sa akin, go pa rin.
Thank you for sending the ages also. And ang dami, actually, nag-mention Biliran,
Si Biliran, nag-mention.
Romblon. We
Love
agree
her.
with everyone, Bella. Kasi nga, ang hirap
Si
pumili
Biliran.
during this edition because parang nakilala natin sila through the Ring Light series. Di ba parang, siyempre kung may kaibigan tayo nakasali, parang feeling natin, oh sige, go. Like parang we were rooting for all of them. Even more. So, yeah, I agree. Like, kung kaya pa, go. Let's go, girls. Push
Kaya
naman.
ba si April, di ba? Tapos si Scully.
Cebu City, si Tracy. Yeah, ang dami. Ang hirap.
Ang dami ko din. Wait. Okay, si
Okay,
Biliran, I just wanna say, if she watches this, I love you, baby girl. Ang ganda-ganda mo. Work pa sa ano mo, presence mo. Yun lang. Work pa sa presence mo. Yun lang naman. Go Biliran. Who else? Si
Marami na naman
you know what?
kasi.
The Spanish girl, si Albay. I liked her. I really liked her.
Yeah.
Si Albay.
Yeah.
Problem ko lang sa kanya, sorry guys, I mean, if her stylists are watching, I just want to say that I would have wanted to see her in more fresh outfits. Yun lang, yun lang. Parang, ano kasi siya eh, she's already a very commanding girl na class na eh. So, kailangan insertan pa ng konting youth. Yun lang naman.
Si Paula, naalala ko sa kanya, sobra si Nicolette Henson. Sobrang same yung Sabi ko, oh my gosh,
Nicolette, yes.
And Nicolette was my favorite. Yeah, same vibe. So yes. And Maria Galeria, of course.
Ay, oo.
Pwede
pa ba? Sa age?
Guys, mapapangalanan na namin lahat.
Oh.
Sorry.
Next question na tayo.
Move on tayo sa next question. Sabi ni Weng, favorite gown during the finals night that you want to wear? Ako, I forgot kung sino yung candidate na nakasuot. Pero yung red na parang may beads dito. Yung may paganon. Someone please help me. Sobrang ganda. It was like this red beaded gown na ganito yung cut. Ganun yung cut niya. Tapos may beads dito. Hirap na hirap eh. What about you guys?
Ata yung gusto ko with.
Pasig. Ikaw, P, was there a gown that you were really like, I want to wear this gown?
Okay. Yung kasi nga kailangan ko pang mag-homework after nito, di ba? After natin mag-live, manonood pa ako ulit. Kasi literally, ko lang guys. Pero, dun sa prelims ko lang.
Yeah.
Ay, magpapapayat ako para magkasya sa akin yung gown ni Eliza.
Ay, yeah. Oo, ang
grabe yun.
Super simple, pero boom. Mukha siyang Bond girl.
Like, kasi para sa akin, ito explain ko lang kung bakit ako nagfa-fangirl. Kasi chainmail siya. Ang hirap suotin ng chainmail because chainmail is so delicate. It can easily rip. And that's what happened to me nung nag-chainmail ako sa Star Magic Ball. Yung slit ko, nag-rip. So, hawak ko siya the whole night. So, sobrang delicate nung material na yon. And it looks so, I mean, may nakikita ko ibang comments na underwhelming daw, hindi daw nila type. Kasi parang nasanay kasi tayo sa Philippines na sobrang yung boom, yung gano'n na gown. Pero ito kasi guys, pwede itong pang red carpet, pwede siyang pang Hollywood. Pwede siyang ilaban sa international. Ang mahal, tingnan. Tapos, basta, ako, fangirling ako dun sa gown na yun. Mamaya, ako, homework ako, tas balikan ko kayo dun sa mga ibang gowns.
Ikaw, Mar?
Honestly, si Pasig talaga. I think it was a gold gown. I just love the lines. I love the lines that the designer put. It looked so delicate. Honestly, more of, I want to try that gown on me.
Yeah.
Pero ang gaganda lahat ng gown. Ang gaganda. Si Mandaue City also, I loved her. I think it was Mara Chua ata yung sa kanya na green leaves.
The green leaves.
That was for her preliminaries.
Yes,
but for the final, the green one. I actually saw that on Mara's while she was designing it. Kasi my gown for my wedding, my dress for the wedding was from her. So, nung pupunta ako doon, nakikita ko yung mga gowns ng mga girls na doon. And I saw that in the works. Grabe. Spray paint pa ata niya yun. It was like a lot of work. So, I love seeing the final. Even the preliminary gown though, the orange sequence ones with the snake. That's so nice.
Yeah. Thank you for answering my question. By the way, Queen Dom, Pangasinan. Correct?
Ayun.
Pangasinan, yung sinasabi ko. La Union was also in red, wearing a Bessie Besada. It was also very beautiful. Very fit na katawan niya with the off-shoulder accent. I would wear that. Actually, gusto ko rin yung gown ni Bella kanina, pero hindi ko carry. Lalabas yung bilbil ko dito. Kailangan ko rin magpapayat, guys. Okay. We have time for another question. Any advice for teenage girls out there who are trying to find themselves?
Okay. I guess it's the same as the advice I gave about, just finding that queen within. When we say queen, it's not what you think a queen. It's not about being a prescribed certain someone. So when you find yourselves, if you're trying to find yourself, I know it's hard, but spend a lot of time meditating. Spend a lot of time just thinking about the tough questions. Um, Honestly, um, young girls, we tend to be swayed by a lot. Ako, I can say na, when I was younger, I was very insecure. I was swayed by a lot of people's opinion of me. I was swayed by what the media would say about women like me. I grew up in another country. There was a time that I was in another country. So I also struggled with how, people that look different from me, how they viewed me, diba? So my advice would be just not to just focus on themselves. Focus on who you are, yes. Get to know who you are. Invest time in getting to know who you are. But while you're doing that, don't just think about who you are and how that relates to you. Think about who you are and how you relate to other people. That's also very, very important. Getting to know yourself involves connecting with other people as well. Again, I say this a lot, especially if you if you've attended some of my talks with young girls. I talk about the principle of Ubuntu. Ubuntu is basically one becoming or fulfilling themselves through their community. So basically, it's just an idea that you can't be your full self, you can't reach your full potential unless you are um, reaching the potential with your community. So that's my advice.
I totally.
My advice for teenage girls out there who are trying to find themselves, huwag kayong magmadali. Don't rush. I mean, I know with a lot of pressure, sorry, peer pressure and social media, and you comparing yourself to others, parang you feel like, kailangan ganito, ganyan. Parang minamadali. Huwag kayong magmadali. Sa akin, finish school, tapusin niyo yung mga kailangan yung tapusin, huwag kayong magmadali sa kahit ano. Don't feel like you need to do everything now or you need to have everything figured out right now. And don't even aim for perfection. That's not how queens become queens. Meron kang mga pagdadaanan. You will go through life. You will go through experiences. If you, kunyari, teenage girls out there who want to become beauty queens, dadaan ka muna sa real life before you become a queen or before you get there. Marami kang pagdadaanan sa school mo, within your family, within your friends, within love. You will get heartbroken, you will cry, you will lose, you will feel life is unfair, you will go through all of these things. It's okay. Don't aim for perfection. Just aim for progress. Keep learning. Keep your eyes open. Keep being curious. But stay strong at the same time. At the end of all of it, you will realize, buo na akong babae. Now I can tell my story. Now I can share it. And now I can speak. And then you can inspire others.
Ang ganda naman ng mga sinasabi nyo. Kahit 30 years old na po ako, na-inspire. We can still relate to these pieces of advice that you guys gave. Well, just to add to that, be kind to yourself. It's super important to be forgiving of yourself. Kasi tulad nga ng sinabi ni Pia, ang dami pang mga challenges, marami pang mga setbacks. And these are just the things that you have to overcome. It's really about how you move forward when it comes to improving yourself and going through these challenges. So don't forget to really remember that. Just be kind to yourself. And at the same time, explore. Diba sabi nga na, uso si Marie Kondo when it comes to like organizing her house, like, does this bring me joy? Explore many different things. Maging adventurous kayo. Obviously not super adventurous in a negative way. Like, always keep learning. Find what really interests you and find what brings you joy and really spend time with that. And I think that would really be helpful when it comes to finding yourself as a young girl.
Yes.
Yay!
Great. Thank you for those questions. Wow. Feeling ko tuloy nag-ano ulit tayo. Q&A.
Actually, medyo na
Nakakamiss ko yun.
challenge. Hi to Miss Mabi. Thank
Hi,
you
Miss
so
Fabi.
much. We have to rediscover the queen within. I completely agree. It is very, very relevant sa pinagdaanan nating lahat ngayon, pinagdaanan ng mga candidates and new queen ng Miss Universe Philippines. So, before we end today's episode, I want to say thank you so much sa lahat ng nanood. Ito na ang ating Queentuhan Fanfare moment. Today's Queentuhan Fanfare is in super special thanks to PLDT Home in partnership with Tony and Guy Salon. And just to reiterate our prize for today, ang mananalo will be bringing home 15,000 pesos worth of Tony and Guy Salon services. So eto na ang ating mga mechanics. Stay tuned. All you have to do is follow PLDT Home and Tony and Guy PH and Queentuhan Pod on Instagram. And then please post a photo with a caption answering, what do you think makes a true queen? Don't forget to tag PLDT Home and use the hashtag rediscover the queen within. Yung ating mga winners will be announced on October 30, Friday, sa PLDT Home Instagram account stories. So abangan niyo po yan. Hopefully, good luck to all of our queendom and yung mga viewers natin on the Tripod Network Facebook page and on Pia's YouTube channel. Thank you for, hanging out with us this afternoon. Any final message?
Guys, if you missed the mechanics on how to join and win the contest, we'll be posting it in the Queendom para pagpunta nyo doon, makita nyo at ma-follow nyo lahat to make sure that if you do the photo and answer the question, then ma-sure kayo na wala kayong na-miss out sa mga criteria sa mga mechanics para manalo kayo ng 15,000 na GC with Tony and Guy, care of PLDT Home. So yun, thank you so much for hanging out with us. I know there's a lot to talk about, pero ang dami nating viewers ngayon. We are live, so thank you so much for joining us in this conversation. I had fun. Wala ko last time, so I'm glad to be back to be talking to you guys. And yun. So, and guys, don't forget to follow us on Spotify because we are a podcast. And yun nga, join the Queentuhan Facebook group. Lalagay namin dun yung mechanics nung giveaway and interact with us. Don't forget to follow us on social media and yun, abangan nyo na lang ang aming updates for season 3.
Yes, thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for joining us here today in our Miss Universe Philippines. I can't believe it's finally over. Grabe yung tagal natin hinintay nito. But thank you for joining us as we made our Queentuhan about that. And thank you again to PLDT Home. It was wonderful watching the Miss Universe Philippines live with my Fiber Stream team. It was really fun. You guys, you are my Fiber Stream team. So thank you for doing that with us. Congratulations again to the winner of Miss Universe Philippines and also to the organization. Mama J, you were supposed to be here, but we completely understand why you can't pull away right now. I'm sure it's so busy. Grabe. Congratulations to Shamsi, to Lian Ramos, to Tito Nad, to Tito Albert Andrada, to Mama J, to the whole organization and everyone in that team. Congratulations. I think they did a great job. So anyways, thank you so much, all of you, and I will see you next time here at Queentuhan!
Okay, manonood pa ako. Hindi pa ako nanonood.